Hello and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT to generate YouTube video thumbnails. Now I'm going to dive straight into this. I'm going to generate a thumbnail for this video here and this one here. These are two videos from my channel and I want to generate new thumbnails for both of them. So we have how to generate a perfect logo with ChatGPT and the ultimate guide to ChatGPT for content creators. So to get started, we're going to go into ChatGPT, and I will say it's important that you have access to ChatGPT 4. And what we're going to do is click the Explore GPTs button. Then we are simply going to search for the public GPT thumbnail designer. As you can see, I have recently used it. So type in thumbnail designer. And that is the one that you want to use. So click onto that right now. And now we can use this GPT to create a thumbnail for our videos. Now, if you want to understand how this works, you can click how to start. So this is one of the ways that you can use the thumbnail designer within ChatGPT. It says, give it a detailed description of what you envision for your thumbnail. Include things like the subject matter, the main focus of the thumbnail, the style, the colors, the background details, any text elements that you want to add, additional features, and finally the resolution and aspect ratio. It says all thumbnails will be created in a 16:9 ratio, 1920 by 1080 pixels, which is perfect for YouTube thumbnails. And then it's given you a handy example as well. It says if you're creating a thumbnail for a tech review video, your request could be something like this. Now you don't have to be this specific. You can let the GPT make some decisions on its own. Now what I'm going to do is give it somewhat of an idea of what I want, but to be honest, I don't really know what I want. I just want something that looks pretty cool and something that viewers will be wanting to click onto. So what we're going to do is create a thumbnail for this one here, the ultimate guide to ChatGPT for content creators. So I'm just going to write my prompt down here and then I'll read it out afterwards. Okay, so I have written out my prompt for the thumbnail that I want to create. I'm not going to read all of it, but I've basically said I need a thumbnail for my video, the ultimate guide to ChatGPT for content creators. And then I've said what I want it to show in the screen and that I want a yellow border. And I've said a few other things, but everything else is up to you, meaning I want the GPT to make the other decisions for me. Now we could be more specific. We could ask it to add text. But for now, I'm just going to let this run and see how it does. So hit enter. And within about 10 seconds, it will generate a thumbnail for the video. Okay, so we have the image created here. Let's click onto this. Now I did ask for a yellow border and there is no yellow border, so it's not done that part. And we do have a MacBook in the center of the screen. I didn't request anything specific for the background, but overall, I don't think this is a thumbnail that I could use. I don't think it's quite good enough. So we're going to have to make some changes. Okay, so there we go. Let's see what it does now. Let's make a few changes. I want a yellow border. I want the video title text to be bold in the thumbnail, a dark background with the MacBook in focus with ChatGPT open. Oh, okay, this is pretty cool. I like this, except I don't really like what's on the screen and I'm not seeing text anywhere. So I've just said, please also add the title of the video as bold text in the thumbnail. I think text it still struggles with, which is okay. I understand there's always updates being made to ChatGPT and things like that, but realistically, it should be able to do this. It sometimes is able to do text. It's weird really how sometimes it can and sometimes it can't. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, I'm not sure, but let's just see what it generates this time. Okay, that's not too bad. I quite like this, in fact. I just wish the text was correct. But I could easily take this into Canva and make some changes. In fact, I really do like this. I might just do that. So it's not always going to be perfect, and with things like this, you can make your own changes. So I think what I might do is download this thumbnail by clicking the download button, open it up in Canva, and then simply changing the text in the middle of the screen here so that it says the ultimate guide to the ultimate. So it's sort of mixed guide and ChatGPT in as one word, unfortunately. So this could be the one we end up using. I'm just going to try one last thing. I'm going to copy the video title. And I'm going to say, please create a thumbnail for my video. And then we have the title of the video. And I've said, everything is up to you. So I'm just going to give it one chance to do anything it wants to do, just because I'm intrigued to see what happens. And then what I'll do if I don't like it is download this one and upload it to Canva, make a few changes, and that will be the thumbnail for my video. But let's see what it does completely on its own. All I've done is give it the video title. This is going to be interesting. Okay, I think this one looks absolutely awesome, so I'm not going to edit this one. I quite like it, but I'm going to just use this one for the video. So all you need to do to use the thumbnail is click onto it and click the download button, and then simply upload it to your YouTube video and use it as the thumbnail. So for the second example here, what we're going to do is create a thumbnail for this video here, how to generate a perfect logo with ChatGPT. Now again, I've left this really simple because I just want to see what it's going to create. I've just said, now I want to make a thumbnail for the video, how to generate a perfect logo with ChatGPT. I'll just make sure it knows the exact video title, make it enticing and awesome. Okay, this is the thumbnail it is created. Now I do think this is an awesome thumbnail, but I'm just going to ask it to generate another. Please generate another in a different style, just because I want a few different options for my video thumbnail. I don't just want to have to accept the first one that it creates for me. Now I could give it some more information, just like it said up here with the example. It said, this is how specific you should be, but I haven't done that at all really. I've just let it go with what it wants to do. But I find that quite cool if you're using AI to let it do what it thinks it wants to do. I know sometimes you need to give it a bit more guidance, but I think with thumbnails, generally it's not too bad. Now I don't think this one will be usable, but it looks quite cool. This one I think should be usable. It does look more like a course thumbnail than a video thumbnail, but I'm going to use it anyway. And then this one is pretty good, but it's added text and the text hasn't really worked. So I'm going to say, please do another like this. So then we will see what it does this time. This is the last one I'm going to do. I'm not going to keep going on with this. So let's just see what it creates here and now. This will take a few seconds, so we can just have a look at the others again. Now I do think this one is quite cool. It's just quite annoying that the text isn't right. Now you could easily bring that into Canva and change it, but I can't be bothered to do that right now. This one is also quite cool, but I would change the screen, what's on the screen in fact, and this last one is still being created. I do think this one is good as well, but once again, what's on the screen is irrelevant really. We need to make it something more about the video, which would be ChatGPT. So I think if we were to take a screenshot of the ChatGPT interface, edit this thumbnail and put it onto the screen in here, that would look much better. But you can do that all within Canva. Let's see what it has created. Here we go. Okay, this is cool, but it has used a tablet rather than a laptop. But to be fair, I didn't give it any guidance. So there we go. It has created another cool looking thumbnail. And as you can see, there's been some logos drawn around this image, as this is a video for logo design. So I think that is relevant. I'm not sure about the smoke coming from the plant. That doesn't really make sense, but never mind. That is pretty cool. I'm just going to do one more. Please do one more. Have a Mac, and the logo being created on the Mac. Now, I'm not really using proper English here. Have a Mac doesn't really make sense. I'm hoping that it will understand what I mean. I want a Mac in the center of the design. I should probably be telling ChatGPT this, but I'm being a bit lazy here. If you are going to use ChatGPT and the thumbnail designer GPT to create a thumbnail, you should probably be a bit more specific than I am being with your prompts. But this is just a quick example to show you how this is done. Okay, so let's see what it is going to create. This will just take a few more seconds, and then we'll be able to see what it's done. Okay, fantastic. I think that this looks absolutely awesome. I'm really happy with this, and this will probably be the one that I use. Let's click onto that. This does look quite cool. Once again, you could bring it into Canva and change what is on the screen, because this is clearly meant to be Photoshop or Illustrator. I'm not sure which one, but we would want ChatGPT on the screen. But like I said, it looks cool. I like it. And I think the others are cool as well. Now, if you want a specific thumbnail created, you will need to be more specific. Like with this example it had here. They've been very specific with the colors, the text, the background, the focus of the thumbnail. These are all things you should be doing. But there we go. That is how you use ChatGPT to generate YouTube thumbnails for your YouTube videos. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something new. I will see you in the next one. Once again, thanks and goodbye.